Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Craig Anthony courtside. On our sidelines tonight, reporting Allie LaForce. We are here in Milwaukee. Home court advantage for the Bucks.
Once Giannis gets that close to the rim, you know that he'll do everything he can to make the finish happen.
And if you look at what he's done over the last few years, Greg, is Giannis still getting better?
The numbers say yes. Field goal percentage, points per game. He's still a double-digit rebounder, an all-time great, breaking new ground.
Here's Giannis. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Outside, Towns. Back to Brunson. Launches a three. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis inside. Doubled by Hart. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one is on Towns.
Boy, for such a young player, the razor-sharp focus of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. I mean, a muscular guy who still makes baskets despite getting hit in the process. He's not wide, but he is muscular.
Now here's Brunson. Towns wide open. Off target from three-point range. And now Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. Coach talked about avoiding bumping Brunson on drives. He told me sometimes Jalen moves into defenders and you can almost pull the chair if you remove yourself. Let him slip his momentum in a direction without allowing him to revert to shooting. We think it can make a difference.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Bridges, no one around him. New York, no good that time either. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bucks. And when you think about the greatest players, Clark, in Bucks history, it comes down to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I think that's where the list probably starts and ends. I mean, both of those guys led the Bucks to championship seasons and multiple MVP awards as well. But it's hard for me to say this, but maybe Giannis has a slight edge over Kareem. He's the all-time leader in points, rebounds, assists, and blocks for the Bucks.
The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
Now here's Brunson. This one for three. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Brunson's got 5.
And Brunson more than comfortable shooting the three, and boy, is he efficient when he lets it fly.
Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And here's Brunson. He has 5. Out to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. Back to Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
And Towns throws it down.
Leaving no doubt on that one. The explosiveness of Towns, really powerful.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Bucks have shot just 1 free throw, missing that one early.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. That shot wide open.
An expert shooter in the corner. Bridges knows that angle so well.
The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The 3, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
Giannis constantly working on that outside shot, and you can see he's made progress.
Brunson outside. At the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. The Bucks on top. They lead by 3. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. 14. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Back to Anunoby. The rebound by Turner. Milwaukee leading by 3. His first shot coming late. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
How about using that 7'3" wingspan of his to gobble up offensive boards? Antetokounmpo making it happen on the glass.
And this has got to be, Clark, one of the best offenses in Knicks franchise history.
Yeah, you look at the 2-man game between Brunson and Towns, Kevin, and it's virtually unstoppable. And they've got the defenders to hold up at the other end as well. This is a rock-solid crew.
And here's Brunson. And Giannis Antetokounmpo made that last 3-pointer. Hart, wide open. He fires. Rebound by Jang. Giannis with it. Hart covering. Outside Porter. Back to Giannis. The tray. It's rebounded by New York. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Bridges misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Jang's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bucks.
Decision-making of Giannis Antetokounmpo, I mean, he seems to improve on his passing every season, which is impressive.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, guys. Giannis Antetokounmpo talked about what keeps him going. He said the most important thing is to stay humble. At the end of the day, I realized that I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm just happy, and I always want to be better and do better for my team. And that's what gives me joy. Guys, back to you.
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Allie, we appreciate the report. And a deep 3 from Brunson. And the Knicks miss again. Here's Antetokounmpo. He draws iron on the dunk.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
The kick out to Towns. Back to Brunson. Brunson downhill. Antetokounmpo with the steal. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Now here's Brunson. In the corner, it's Bridges. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Just 5 on the clock. And Hart has it in the corner. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Hart's got his first 3 points of the game.
And from beyond the arc, he puts a stop to that 12-0 run by Milwaukee.
Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The
Welcome to 2K Sports. Glad to have you with us. This is Brian Anderson. Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Can't hit from in close.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Melton outside. Back to Curry. Clock at 6. And he gets it to go from the high post. This should be a real chess match tonight, Grant. These teams both love to get set up and run their plays.
Yeah, you know, B.A., you got two patient teams who execute on exactly what their coaches drawn up for them. Trusting in ball movement to find their shots is a key. Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Curry's shot is off.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And here's Turner from the arc. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Pass to Curry. Inside. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Well, this is what you love to see. Porzingis attacking the rim.
And Porzingis, known to everyone as the unicorn. I'm sure some of our viewers wonder where he got that nickname from.
Well, B.A., I heard that actually Kevin Durant gave it to him due to his rare combination of size and skill. One unicorn recognizing another.
Pass to Turner. Wide open look. Offensive board. Back to Porter. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Got it off in time to beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Now here's Curry. Antetokounmpo covering. Curry draws the double. Santos good.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside Porter. Floats one up. Got it.
Nice job by Porter Jr. attacking the interior, going after a close-range shot.
They double-team Curry. Melton outside. Pass to Curry. Here's Santos to the middle. Here's Porzingis. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
Porter looks it over. Back to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Turner. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And good luck stopping that. Giannis just makes it look so easy.
They double-team Curry. To the wing on the left. Out to the right wing. The 3-ball. Santos can't get it to go. Bucks trail by 3. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, well, Draymond Green is getting serious in the weight room. He said one thing I learned is you have to lift weights. I was always naturally strong, so I was like, what do I need to lift for? These guys can't move me right now. But your body needs to be able to withstand the pounding of a long season. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
When you think about Turner, one of the best shot blockers in the league, who can also score at all 3 levels.
And last season, the Warriors had their most success playing a small ball lineup, Greg.
Well, they more than held their own on the backboards in defending the paint. But you knew they'd look to add some size this summer.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Oh, Giannis dunks it home.
And man, does Giannis work hard on the glass. Being rewarded for his efforts right there.
Curry with it. Now Porter defending. Drills it from deep. Green's got 6. The Bucks trail by 5. Pass to Turner. Jackson outside. Back to Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Warriors ahead. They're up. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Here goes Steph. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Yeah, you can tell Curry knows the angles, smartly setting up another guy.
Here's Porter. Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Oh, Curry, just nasty from downtown.
Not sure there's such a thing as a bad 3 for Steph.
Here's Turner. Back to Antetokounmpo. Down.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Nice play. Porzingis, such a good finisher in the two-man game.
The drive by Porter. Turner for 3. The rebound by Melton.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Pass to Curry. Curry draws the double. Melton, right side. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And the 3 off target. The Bucks trail by 6. And Grant, for everything else he's accomplished, Giannis hasn't quite mastered the three-point shot.
And you know, he hasn't had to, B.A. You want him inside, hitting on those high percentages, shutting down the lane defensively, and, of course, controlling the boards.
Antetokounmpo for 3. And again, it's the Bucks missing. And Curry's got the ball here for the Warriors. There's the drive. Here's Santos. Misses the 3.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot. No need to rush that play. That's called giving away a possession.
The Warriors lead by 6. Outside Curry. From downtown. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game. Well, that's how you draw it up. Great execution.
Outside Curry. Three-pointer. Buries it from 3. Curry's got 6 here in the quarter.
Look at how solid Curry's motion is. Almost like he could have done that blindfolded.
Here's Prince. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson.
Well, that's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
Outside Curry. Fires the 3. Prince grabs the miss. Bucks trail by 5. Outside Porter. Pass to Turner. All sorts of time. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
51 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. There's a screen by Turner. The three from Prince. Sends it home from three-point land. Prince has got 5.
And wanting to elevate his playmaking skills, Porter Jr. continues to impress with his passing ability.
Shot is good by Curry.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
The ball's knocked loose. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And then Porter with the dunk.
Yeah, check out the ups on Porter. Leaping off the floor and playing over the defense.
Now here's Curry. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. These are his first free throws of the game. That free throw, no good. So both teams making some changes here. And he sinks the second. The three from Prince. Stephen Curry getting it done for Golden State. He's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Grant, you are a Hall of Fame small forward, so you know a bit about the position. What's key in excelling at the 3?
Well, B.A., you have to be able to space the floor. We almost never see a 3 or even 4 who can't make threes. And on the other end, lots of times you're matched up with quick guards.
Here's Melton. No points so far. Out to the wing. Back to Curry. Green, a screen. The 3. And Curry is good for 3.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else. Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best ones.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Bucks want to capitalize on their bigs. Coach Doc Rivers said, one advantage we have is our size, and the slower the game gets, the bigger we get. So taking opponents out of transition, making it a half-court game, allows us to be a big basketball team. Back to you.
Leveraging that tall timber. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Throughout his career, Taurean Prince has continued to prove himself as a reliable 3-and-D wing.
Well, he's an athletic, strong, and confident swingman. And B.A., as long as he continues shooting it well from deep and locking guys up, he's going to have a spot in this league.
On the wing, Curry. From deep. It's hauled in by Portis. The Bucks trail by 3. Here's Jackson. Yep, that one goes. Jackson's got his second basket.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
They double-team Curry. Pass to Green. Back to Curry. And here is Green for 3. And again, no good by Golden State. Here's Rollins. Still no points. The 3 from Prince. Rebounded by Green.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Prince. Here's Rollins. Back to Prince. Trent outside. Here's Portis. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Now Green. He has 6. Outside Curry. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Pass to Rollins. Portis the screen. Here's Rollins. Back to Portis. Good work defensively by Post.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Now here's Peyton. A minute 31 left in the third quarter. Goes back up. Pass to Pajemski. Goes up again. And the basket by Leons. And now a 6-point Warrior lead.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Well, Grant, you got to give the Bucks credit. 9 straight postseason appearances, the longest running streak in the league.
Yeah, but 3 straight first-round exits. I mean, you could tell the boat's taking on water, and tough decisions are required.
And Grant, Stephen Curry said his goal was to play meaningful basketball games. With the arrival of Jimmy Butler, that proved to be the case.
Yeah, the Warriors have been looking to get Steph some help. The fit with Jimmy was questioned, but it's worked out better than most people expected. And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Here's Portis. And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And when it comes to rebounding, on a per-minute basis, Bobby Portis is one of the best, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he takes pride in that part of the game. Really active, aggressive. The team feeds off his energy.
Both teams will make substitutions. Kuzma for 3. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in.
And this is the shot Kuzma wanted. He's put in the work to be consistent from the corners.
And stolen by Green. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Antetokounmpo. Williams grabs the board.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
And here's Green from the arc. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Warriors ahead, up 1. And time for... We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. The Bucks trail. Porter with it. And Melton picks him up defensively. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, man, the balance of muscle Giannis possesses is tremendous. Phenomenal at scoring on physical defenses.
Back to Curry. Perfection. Beautiful stroke. Curry's got 20 points.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And the big finish by Giannis.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
The kick out, Curry. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. Coach telling the team, we're right in this. We have to keep fighting. If we can get consecutive stops, we've got a shot. We'll see if they can come back, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Antetokounmpo is doubled. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, sometimes even Giannis needs help. The play gets him all the room he needs to strike.
Nifty move. And and he lays it up and in.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Offensive rebound. Jackson. Antetokounmpo with it. Green picks him up. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
When Giannis starts to drive, the defense knows it's in trouble. He powers right through them.
Now Porzingis. Oh, Porzingis getting it done inside.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Turner can't get the three.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
Milwaukee in the lead. Porter outside. Now Turner. Porzingis there for the rebound. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Right side Green. And here's Curry. Chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Antetokounmpo with it. Here's Porter. Here's Jang. Just 5 to shoot. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Now Jackson. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Green to take the lead. Oh, it's off. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Porter with it. And Melton picks him up defensively. Oh, a great look, but off the mark. Outside, Green. Green, a screen. Curry fires. The three is in.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Antetokounmpo misses the three. Here's Golden State. Here's Curry. They double team Curry. Here's Santos. Oh, the long ball, no good. Oh, the stuff.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Stolen by Antetokounmpo. Jackson. Time expires. We're going to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Here we go. Antetokounmpo outside. Green fires. Money from three.
Now you see how comfortable Giannis is in the pick and rolls. Keeping things simple. Just a smart pass.
Here's Curry. Now Porzingis. It's stolen by Green. Porter with it. Now guarded by Curry. Jacks up a three. Curry there for the rebound. Warriors trail by 3. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. It's 2-on-1. And they pick up a quick 2. On the fast break, he lays it in.
This is just what they needed right now. A strong defense and smart offense to give their slim lead a boost.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Curry draws the double. Here's Porzingis. And stolen by Nba2k25. And the breakaway jam. A thing of beauty.
Oh, so physical and quick in transition. I mean, who would you rather have in the open court?
And it's Miles Turner with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Now here's Curry. Porzingis sets a screen. Shoots a three. 3 on the clock. And he nails it.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Outside Green. Nba2k25 surveys. Oh, he nailed the jumper.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Takes a three. Oh, it's off.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Just about 2 minutes into the overtime period. What a game.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts right now.
Here's Curry. Now Porzingis. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. And they'll give that one to Miles Turner.
Well, this is why you must force Porzingis farther away. At 7'2", he sometimes forces defenses to compromise inside. And that's a situation where you must make them all to get back into the game.
And stolen by Melton.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
And Steph relishes taking key shots. It's what he's out there to do.
The drive by Porter. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
I can't believe that took so long. They needed to foul much sooner.
And stolen by Melton. For the win. And the three misses. So it's a narrow victory for the Bucks. Pulling it out for the W. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but in overtime, they took control.
And B.A., I don't think they expected this one to be so hard-fought. But when they went into overtime, they really poured the gas on the fire.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Now here is Holiday. Grant gets a wide open look. They get it back. And it's Clingan with the jam.
Oh, great job of keeping the play alive. Clingan using that reach to secure that one and get the second chance look.
Back to Halliburton. On paper, this game looks one-sided, GA, but you never know in the NBA, do you? As they say, anything can happen.
Yeah, that means just so much talent in the league. If one or two guys get hot, this could end up being an upset. The difference between good teams and bad is razor thin.
Nailed from three-point land.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Here comes your Indiana 2K Give it up for
We've played just over a minute here in the first. And one of the many challenges for a small market team like the Pacers, Greg, going up against that luxury tax.
And they've avoided carrying a payroll that would incur the tax. But right when they said they were planning to do just that, the Bucks stunned everyone with the maneuver to secure Pacers center Miles Turner and perhaps let him off the hook.
And so here is Indiana. Trailblazers knocking down the tray.
That's Irish Halliburton saying, I'm not just a pure shooter, folks. I've got a little ups in my game.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Rick Carlisle and I had a chance to talk for a bit. He told me that they've got one of the league's best lockdown defenders in Drew Holiday, so it won't be easy for us tonight. Coach went on to say that against top-tier individual defender like Holiday, the most important thing is spreading the points around and having a diverse attack. Back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Out to the right wing. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Siakam. Clingan with the block.
And with every swat, Clingan is earning a reputation as a shot blocker.
Now Holiday. Pass to Kamare. Back to Holiday. Six to shoot. Sweet move. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. And Halliburton's got the ball here for Indiana. They trail by 1.
Boy, how about the timing, the delivery? That is exactly how you set a teammate up.
Got loose. Down low. Clingan shot is off. Pass to Halliburton. Indiana moving it around. Back to Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
An emphatic finish by Mr. Siakam. Yes, sir.
You know, Doris, Tyrese Halliburton has got to be up there when you think about the top passers in the NBA.
Kev, he's always amongst the league leaders in assists. This guy plays in the perfect system for him. You want to be up-tempo and letting him sort of improvise and master the position. He is brilliant.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
And despite all the accolades, GA, is it possible that Pascal Siakam is underrated?
Absolutely. Spicy P is one of the best two-way players in the league. Exceptionally versatile, and his impact goes beyond his impressive stat line.
Okay, showing some touch there. Good to see Klingon wanting to expand his offensive repertoire.
Kicks it out to Siakam. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Outside Holiday. Right wing. Kamara with it. Still without a basket. And it's Klingon with the jam.
Powerhouse slam. Klingon gave it everything on that one.
Pass to Huff. The 3. Avdia with the rebound.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one. Boy, he had a clear look at it. Ooh, you hate to miss chippies like that.
The Pacers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
Tyrese Halliburton just plays with a certain pace. He's always looking to push the action.
To the inside. Kamara. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Indiana out in front. Up
13. Portland. 10.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. I heard a famous coach talking about, quote, the human nature things that a team has to beat before they even get on the court. Can you talk about that?
Oh, Kevin, it's such a great point. So, for instance, is the team in it collectively? Do they care who's getting the shots, the rebounds, and the attention from the media? Or are they about the team and collective success? Human nature is a part of this.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Drew Holiday understands the big picture. He said, quote, basketball is a two-way sport. As much as you train offensively, you need to do the same thing defensively. Doing defensive slides, wall sits, things that help you with your legs and your base. I've done that since I was little. It helps. Back to you, Kevin.
Truly an elite defender. Allie, we thank you very much. There's a screen. Here's Klingon. Nembhard grabs the board.
Boy, that's an example of a player taking what the defense gives you just doesn't work out in his favor, right? He misses the shot.
Kamara up top. And it's Grant in the corner. Clock at 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. You know, Greg, being a two-way player got Jeremy Grant into the NBA. But now he's grown even more.
Yeah, early on in his career, he's often the primary defender on elite scorers. Then he added scoring to his game in Detroit, becoming an effective two-way player.
Here's Kamara. Excellent defense there from Zubac.
Boy, that is tough defense. Exactly how you want to play him.
Here's Halliburton. It's stolen. Grant for 3. Here's Klingon. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Klingon's got 11 points.
Well, Klingon isn't just tall. He's also got some meat on him. That comes in handy against the physical defense.
Swiped it away. Stolen by Zubac. Halliburton looking around. Zubac in the post. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, Zubac knows his job, and that's to do the dirty work. Get into the offensive glass.
Pass to Klingon. Tries again. Pacers with the rebound. And Siakam throws it down.
Halliburton can be so clever with the basketball. Helps yet another teammate take advantage of an opening.
Now Kamara. Pass to Grant. It's stolen by Nembhard. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Halliburton, no good. Trailblazers trailed by 5. GA, despite their youth, this Blazers team showing some grit at the defensive end of the court.
Yeah, very disruptive. Length on the perimeter. Donovan Klingon towering in the paint. And Charles Billups on the sidelines preaching that hard-nosed approach.
Outside, Avdia. And just miss after miss right now.
Boy, the defense baits him into taking that shot. Sometimes I say there's a reason you're open.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
They grab their own miss. Pass to Thibault. Stolen by Nembhard. The drive by Siakam. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Now there is such length and fluidity. Pascal Siakam opportunistic on the drive.
For the Pacers, Pascal Siakam.
The first free throw is good. Siakam hits them both. Now here's Henderson to the left side wing. Here's Sissoko. And stolen by Siakam. And so it's the Indiana Pacers going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. McConnell scanning the floor. Walker with a clean look. Good. And McConnell gets the assist.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Murray outside. Over Toppin. Pass to Williams. Stolen by Walker. And here we go with Toppin running it up the court. And here's McConnell. He's guarded by Williams. Back to Toppin. And then Toppin with the jam.
My goodness, Toppin puts on a show. What a special dunker this guy is.
To the middle. Here's Williams. And he converts the layup.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And Toppin throws it down.
Obi Toppin is a showman. Put him near the cup and watch what happens.
Well, Doris, T.J. McConnell has been labeled a connector for both his contributions on and off the court.
You know, Ken, this is a high-energy player that you know what to expect on a nightly basis in terms of work habits and teammate skills. He's the legit perfect backup guard. He wants to orchestrate the offense and be disruptive on defense.
And the wide-open shot from McConnell. And a miss there on the triple. And so Henderson will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 15-point game. Shot clock at 5. There's a screen by Williams. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot. The Pacers have shown that they can be a threat in the East. Coach Rick Carlisle said, there's nothing wrong with high expectations. What you don't want is a situation of apathy, where expectations are low and all you're ever doing is selling hope. That's not why I came here. Kevin, back to you.
They're for real. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Here's Thibault. It's hauled in by Furphy. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
2 minutes.
Trailblazers trailed by 18. Inside. Here's Sissoko. Makes it off the glass. Sissoko's got his first basket.
Just an excellent feel for the game. Scoot Henderson understands how offense is played.
Here's Sissoko. And here is Murray. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a deep three. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
And for him to shoot from that distance is a bit of a head scratcher.
I think as a player, you have to know your strengths and play to them, and that is not within his range.
Trailblazers trailed by 16, and he comes up with the deuce. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You got to keep pace with Williams in transition. He's so good at just outworking everybody on the floor.
Pass to Furphy. Back to Walker. There's the three. Kept alive. On the wing, Walker. And he's good on the three ball. Walker's got 9 points here in the second half.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end. If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Knocks it loose. And stolen by Murray. Here's Williams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Portland, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. That free throw, no good.
Robert Williams taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. Now McConnell. There's Walker with... Wow! Unbelievable!
Can't do it much